Alright, so let's talk about General Ttoli. Again, I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to pronounce it, but yeah, that's pretty much how I read it. So yeah, so this is a South Korean film, and basically the movie is one big anti-communist, you know, uh, propaganda movie. And yeah, I've kind of made it. I've kind of made my point in the past how I feel generally about these, propaganda films. They kind of creep me out in a way. But I've mostly watched pro-commie films, mainly from Russia. But yeah, I think this is only like the second animated film I've watched that's anti-communist. The first one being Animal Farm, which was forever ago now. But yeah, the story is basically we have this young Mowgli ripoff who's he lives in the wild. He's this kid in the wild, and he lives with a bunch of animals, and I guess he's their general, if you will. So I guess the wild animals are his army. And the villains are, of course, they're of course communists, and they're portrayed as basically humanoid animals. So yeah, the I mean, most of the villains are wolves, and they're led by this fox. And then the main villain of the whole movie is a giant gray pig with like a some kind of mask. I'm sure the mask is like supposed to be some kind of commentary, probably like how you know evil communists are wearing like the mask of you know being good, just being this noble movement. And yeah, I guess it's fitting that they made him a pig, so it's kind of like a reference to Animal Farm in a way. In fact, he's gray like the villain Napoleon was in the animated Animal Farm film I reviewed forever ago. Yeah. And yeah, it's basically just this young kid fighting against these evil commie animals, and protecting this village that's living under their iron dictatorship. But yeah. Uh I mean, I guess it's a nice change of pace from all of the pro commie films I've been, you know, all the Russian films and stuff. Yeah, I mean, otherwise, I guess it got its message across. I mean, they might have like blown the cruelty out of proportion, maybe. Although, I mean, yeah, the bad guys were pretty over the top cruel, and well, I have no doubt the people in charge of the communist movement, all. I mean, okay, I'm not going to say that I'm like an expert with this historical stuff. I mean, I think I made that pretty clear before. But yeah, I mean, I guess I won't. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to talk about this stuff when I'm not particularly educated with it myself. But nah, they might have been that cruel. I mean, I'm gonna keep an open mind here. Yeah. So yeah, if anyone wants to like inform me how wrong my assumptions are, feel free to let me know. I mean, yeah, got a bit of backlash for my recent Pogo movie review, and yeah. But anyway, either way, this was fairly enjoyable. I think they told the story just fine, and the conflict was engaging enough. The characters were, they were, compelling and all that. Not particularly interesting or anything, but yeah, I think it worked overall. Yeah, it was fine. Well, yeah, actually, I'd probably give this movie a 7 out of 10, and, maybe I'd compromise it a bit if I, saw more of these movies and got a little tired of all the propaganda, just like with the pro-communist Russian films. But for now, it's kind of a breath of fresh air. Yeah. This is kind of hard for me to talk about, but otherwise, yeah, the movie was enjoyable enough. I will also point out, the beginning of the movie has, this very, very dark and, uniquely done, it kind of has an oil painting type look to it, and it was, it was, the best animation was actually at the very beginning, and it was kind of jarring when after that whole dark, gritty opening, we suddenly cut to this cutesy opening title credits with, the usual, anthem or what do you call it, ballad music that you hear in all of these Korean films. Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed with all of them, is that they all have these theme songs, and yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little out of my depth with the subject matter here, but yeah, otherwise, I guess they got their message across, and overall, I definitely believe the commentary of this over, all of the, creepy Russian films with their, pro-communist stuff. I mean, yeah, this is the start of the 80s. This was pretty much, we were pretty much entering the height of the Red Scare, basically, so, but yeah, I think I can after thinking about it for a moment, yeah, I think I could believe that there was some major cruelty from, all of the communist dictators, especially in, Korea. This was, it's interesting. They brought up Kim Jong-il, and I forget where he was at the time. He wasn't in charge yet. It was still his father. Yeah, I don't know my history that well, and if I did scripted reviews of these kinds of movies, I'd try and do more research than this. That's kind of the same thing I would say in response to some of the criticism I got for my Pogo review is, you know, when I review these movies, they're like off the cuff. They're basically just first impressions, and if I wanted to like write up a scripted video, I would, I definitely try and do more research and get better acquainted. Granted, when I reviewed New Gulliver, I didn't do a whole lot of research on the rise of the Soviet Union or anything, but yeah. But anyway, yeah, I liked the movie. I won't pretend like it was like a masterpiece or anything, but it got its message across pretty effectively. So yeah, I'll give it that. And again, I'll go ahead and give it a 7 out of 10. And I guess if you're interested in anything, any of the, any of the subject matter I've been talking about, feel free to give this one a watch. And, yeah, as usual, if there's anything else I need to add, I'll put it in the comments. And, yep, I guess I'll just leave it at that for now. Mash it and smash it, signing off.